Hi Annette, this is Braden from Pacific Toyota here in Kansas, doing a quick virtual tour as promised on our 2020 Isuzu D-Max, the LSM sitting here in front of me, currently on sale on a massive discount for only $59,990 drive away. Thanks so much for your inquiry. Can't wait for you both to make it in on Saturday to obviously check it out in person. But like I said, just a bit of a easier way to check it out in the meantime. I'll take you through the service history, the whole works. So obviously we are Pacific Toyota here in Kansas, so we're lucky enough to have two massive big pre-owned yards up here. I'm currently at 235 Mulgrave Road. You can obviously see our Toyota Lexus showrooms and service departments down the back there. And of course we've got the other location up at 77 Mulgrave Road as well. So it means we get some absolute glamour cars just like this one here. So the pretty much going to be as picky as I possibly can, looking very tidy across the actual bonnet itself. Maybe just a tiny little sort of hairline one just there that might come out with a little bit of polish, but it is a little one there and there as well. Not too bad across the rest of it. Apologies for the little bit of dirt there. We just get with the highway right next to us, we obviously get a little bit of dirt on the cars. Not too bad through the rest of the bonnet. Tiny little, no, that's just come off with my finger, disregard. So pretty good through the rest of it here. Right across the actual front bumper, we've got a tiny little sort of scuff just there in the actual bumper itself. Pretty light though, sort of thing that we could probably get touched up for you as well. Very clean across the rest of the front of the D-Max here. Get that camera in as well, and across the actual front as well. Just a tiny little hairline mark just there. Again, just trying to be as picky as we possibly can for you too. Heaps of tread left on these tyres. I thought I'd kick them out for you because you can see those as well. Even right in between the shockies and the suspension and everything through there, the wishbones. Incredibly tidy up through the guards and down through the actual, obviously, D-Max wheels there as well. Standard with the LSMs, looking very tidy. Doesn't look like any sort of gravel rash, so I can just a tiny little sort of scuff on the inside there, but that's about it. Otherwise, very clean. No chips or cracks or anything across the actual windscreen itself. Same thing across the actual onto the roof. Very tidy up there. And so down the passenger side here, tiny little sort of bit of a scuff or a chip on the mirror itself there. And then down the side here as well. Again, just a little bit of a chip there. Just those standard sort of ones you do expect, obviously, from the pre-owned four-wheel drives. Very clean through that mag as well. Going through the inside here too. Obviously you see through the chassis and whatnot. Incredibly clean. Of course, all our cars we do guarantee no write-offs or hail damage or any of that kind of thing. I'll show you how it works, but obviously inside the car here we've got that, I'll try and show you, little icon there with the blind spot monitors, with this being the LSM as well. Pretty tidy down the passenger side front door, just a tiny little sort of hair, no, that's just come off with my finger. Just a little bit of a hairline one there, but again, a bit of polish might even clean that up as well. Very tidy on the inside, super well looked after. Across the door cards there, obviously got electric windows the whole way around. Got the fitted, proper D-Max ones there, beautiful. Now, I can't actually show you the front page because this will be uploaded to YouTube, but was owned by a private owner down in Rockhampton. So all services are done through them as well. So we'll just skip to those. So obviously I haven't done only about 30,000 kilometres. So again, Rockhampton, 2,600, 2020. Same dealer, so 14,900, 2021. And of course 30,000 at 2022 in March. So full service history, not due again until about 45,000 or next year. So all your books, log books, everything's all in there. Pop those back in the glove box for you. Slip those in there. Obviously got a little bit of storage at the top here as well. Same thing up in the center there as well. But very clean through the dash, so no holes or anything like that. You've got the solid handles to get inside here on both sides, and of course the drop down ones up at the top and in the rear as well as adjustable seat belts on both the front seats. But very clean through here. They've done a great job looking after it, as you can see. So we'll keep cruising around down to the rear door this time. Fuel releases obviously just here as well on the passenger side. Very clean through these door cards. Child locks in the back here too. So obviously floor mats the whole way around, the proper fitted ones there too, just like showing you underneath them. Aircon vents in the back. We do have a little USB tucked up under there as well, behind there, so great for charging phones, things like that. Same with a little slot to put them. The argument separator in the middle here with the cup holders and whatnot in the centre. Got a bit of a strap there. So we've got a strap just up the back as well. So if we pull that, that's going to come forward, and you can see your jack and tools down the back here too. So we've got 1, 2, 3 child anchor points up the back there as well. Close that up. And that's just a little strap to hold that actual seatbelt in place there too. Very clean through the roof. Again, like I said, fuel's over this side here for you. So another super tidy rim, just a little bit of a little tiny scratch sort of coming off with the finger, but a tiny little scratch just there on the actual alloy itself. Again, heaps of tread left on these guys, and obviously spare tyre under there as well, all matching. But you can see the chassis, everything under there is just immaculate. Down through the back here. Again, very clean through those body lines. That rear step, just trying to show you underneath as much as we can. That spare tyre there too. A couple of tiny little sort of stone chips just in the back here in the tailgate. Of course, got a reverse camera tucked under there as well. The genuine D-Max lining through the inside of here, so you've got tie down points down in the corner here, in the corners over there, both sides. And of course there's Adventure King's rack up the top with the roof racks as well. So awesome for camping, travelling. Great for putting tracks on, mass tracks, all that sort of stuff. Awnings, you name it. So pretty clean down the driver's side here. Tiny little bit of, looks like they might have scuffed up lightly against a bush or something, so there's just a little hairline one there and there. And a tiny little one just there. But other than that, not too bad. So just that last wheel as well, very tidy. Same thing through the inside. Looks like a tiny little one. No, that's part of the plastic. And through the inside there too. Very nice. Alright, so keep cruising along to the finally the driver's side door. Again, very clean on these ones. Tiny little sort of fingernail marks just on the inside there from rings, that kind of thing. But very tidy again through the inside here. So obviously your window controls, central locking, window locks, and mirror controls are just there for you too. I got a height adjustment here, so sure people like me love this feature. You can crank that right up and obviously back down as well. Tiny little sort of mark in the seat there, being the driver's. It's obviously the highest traffic area of the car, but besides that, the rest of the interior is extremely well looked after. You do have three keys with this one, so the genuine Isuzu ones with the central locking, 2 of those, and one little blank one as well, so if you ever need to get them cut again. So we'll start this up. Jump inside. Straighten these wheels up so you can see. Alright. Turn that aircon down so you can hear me. Okay, so the trip, well, that's pretty cool kilometres. So 33,336 kilometres as it sits right now. So you've got the fuel up on the right hand side, temperature over on the left. Pretty awesome display down the middle there as well. You've got your little gear changes and controls down there so you can see everything that's happening. So as soon as we put it to drive, neutral, reverse or park, it's got that little indication down the bottom left hand corner there. We've also got a little sign here that's going to tell us the speedo, and of course your lane departure controls and whatnot through the middle there. On the actual steering wheel itself, so you've got your Bluetooth controls up on the left hand side here. We can jump between the different modes, radios, FM, all that kind of thing through the steering wheel itself. And of course your volume controls and everything there too. So real nice and easy, especially while you're driving. The wipers are all up on the left hand side here. Headlights are all up on the right. They do have an automatic setting as well, so you can flick that to automatic. They can turn on and off. They're sensitive to light, so daytime, nighttime, car parks, you name it. Otherwise, parkers, headlights, high beam blinkers are all pretty standard. On the actual steering wheel itself, again, you've got all your cruise control settings, lane departure, and you can adjust the little menus down the bottom there from the steering wheel as well. So we can go between average fuels, how much fuel's left, all that kind of thing, all the full drive indications from up here on the steering wheel as well. So pretty nifty stuff. Down the right hand side, you just got obviously the displays for and a heap of traction control and a heap of blank switches here too. So if you ever want to put light bars or anything like that in the car, you've got plenty of switches to do so, or empty ones. We've got bonnet just there, fuel releases there right next to it. Massive big touchscreen display here. Like I said, you do have a reverse camera in the back there too. So once the tow bars, if you're trying to back up to a trailer or cars or anything behind you, you can physically see the actual back of the car there and you should never actually back into it. Chuck that back in park. Otherwise, we've got a massive big touchscreen display here. You can press the home buttons, jump between all your AM, FM, all Bluetooth, all that kind of thing, all from the actual displays here. So we'll jump into that one. Got the phone controls. This one over here, all radio, everything, all operated by the big touchscreen. Nice big button, so while you're driving, it's quite easy to operate as well. Down the bottom here, we've got all your fan controls, where you're coming out, and of course the temperatures for those as well. USB, AUX down the bottom here. Another accessory plug tucked over the side. Heaps of blank switches still again. Your rear diff locks, downhill descent, so it's basically like cruise control for coming down hills, and all your full drive settings here. So because it is constantly two-wheel drive at the moment, being full drive ute, you can also flick that over to 4H. You'll see everything engaging up on the main screen there. It'll flash a few times. I like to go to neutral before you do so, just lets it engage properly. And then once that's done correctly, you can then flick it into full low as well. So all your traction control, everything's going to turn off for full low. Once it's engaged, you can then travel on. So that'll be super high revs, good things for like creek crossings, mud terrain, all that sort of stuff as well. You will hear it engage and click into place. And then of course, back down to 2 high there as well. As you cruise along, obviously real handbrake just here for you, plenty of cup holders in the middle and heaps of storage through that side as well. Like I said, incredibly well looked after interior, heaps of handles, all that sort of jazz. Nothing on the inside of that one or this side here, but you do have the sunny holders at the top there too. So really well maintained car. I will leave this running for just a second because I want to show you under that bonnet as well before we finish up. As we cruise along. You got little daytime runner lights here as well, so as soon as the car's on, these will be on as well. So they do look great, but they're also a little safety feature as well. So, obviously the turbo diesel Isuzu motor. Full battery just there as well. Incredibly clean, right through the firewall there too. All the fire mattings. So, thanks heaps again for your inquiry, and can't wait to hear your feedback soon.